Greetings and welcome to another episode of Bermuda's Feel Good Early Morning Show. Good Day Bermuda, supported by Pete's House and Aliana's Restaurant. I'm Terri Too Cool alongside Jackie Lambert. And we want to thank you for getting up bright and early with us on this Thursday morning. Jackie, how are you feeling this morning?
I can't. I'm crying. I am crying, Katie. I
So,
am great for the second time. Oh my god. I am so glad that I get to say this live this time. 'Cause I had a whole spiel, you like, when Terry goes and cuts me off and says, "Oh wait, we're not live." What do you mean we're not live, Terry? Oh my god.
well, that was fun. So now you can tell we're definitely ready to bring you some feel good vibes this one. And it looks like Jason is just sitting there for the first time this week. Not a problem, Jason. Thank you so much for joining us. Jackie had an extra good morning. She wasn't feeling 100% earlier, but I think I just gave her that extra 30% that she was looking for because, yeah, y'all, I did my regular routine to get the show started. I swore I hit the button to go live, and I did it. So Jackie and I did like this entire start to the show, and then I was like, "Wait a second, Jackie,
This cat
something don't look
like
right."
5 minutes in.
I was like, "Something doesn't look right," and come to find out, we weren't live, but we are definitely here right now. Today, we're actually going to be talking about what is going on around our community. So, we're doing a community check in. Make sure you let us know in the comments what is going on around your community because Jackie and I would love to talk about that in a bit later on in the show. But for our feel good warm up, we are actually going to be talking about two things that Jackie and I have going on. We haven't really done any self promotion on this show, which is really interesting because Jackie and I big each other up often, but we don't really do it live on the show. I think we've done it like a few times, but we haven't had a moment where we're just like talking about what Jackie and I have going on. So we're gonna do that today for our trend report. Jackie, you have to go first because I need a moment. I just need to catch myself clearly. But tell us about the LIT tennis camp that is coming up. What can we expect from it? When is it happening? Tell us all the good things about how we can sign up.
Okay, so it is LIT stands for Lambert Island Tennis. Some people do ask like, why is it lit? And it's like literally it's Lambert Island Tennis. And we are over at the National Tennis Stadium in Bernards Park, WR Joe Tennis Stadium to be exact. We are hosting a tennis camp for the next 2 weeks for private and then 1 week for public. Yes, they overlap and they're not the same, unfortunately. But it's from 9 to 1. It is all things tennis. So stroke production, match play, fun games. Sometimes, usually in the summertime when it's a little bit warmer, we do like fun water balloon dodgeball.
With tennis rackets?
No, well,
Oh.
no burst.
I was like,
No, water balloon dodgeball across the net. So just, a lot of things that's hand-eye coordination, getting you move your feet, all that good stuff. It's from ages 4 up. Some people drop their 16-year-olds off or the 16-year-old
okay.
rides and walks and whatever the case may be, because we offer advanced training for those that are playing matches, that want to represent Bermuda, that just want to be good if they play amongst their friends. They want to be the best. So we also have that training. But then we have for the little wee ones, the little
PBs.
yes, like Soleil or Little Soleil. They have obviously stroke production, hand-eye coordination, take. They love it. So they'll be doing their forehands, their backhands, learning their serves, all that good jazz with some of Bermuda's greatest coaches.
Hey, I love that. I kind of wish I was young enough to do a tennis camp, but adulting, we don't have weeks off like that anymore. So
It's so much
I,
fun.
it sounds like it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I look forward to it. I always end up throwing in like relay and stuff. It's the best. So they have their teams and they learn to encourage each other. Like we promote a lot of self-encouragement and then peer encouragement. just feel good vibes, I guess you could.
Gotcha. Cover.
And then
If
of
you're
course your
just
child comes to you tired.
well, that sounds proper because I know for parents, I'm pretty sure around the school break time, those are one of the things they're looking for because
Yeah.
school tends to tire their kids out. So they're looking for camps that will do that as well. If you're just joining us for our trend report today, Jacky and I are talking about two things that she and I have going on. Jacky is doing a tennis camp. Did you tell us the weeks, the times? Like when is it happening? From
It
what date to
happens.
what date?
So they get out of private schools get out next week. So it's from March 28th until April 14th. And we also have early drop offs. I know it's from 9 to 1, but early drop off is at 8:30. And it is $140 for the entire week, or it's $40 daily. You can pick your days. We're very flexible as well with pick up and drop off time. So if you can drop off before 9, like say you're making 10 to work, drop your kid off whenever. And then if sometimes we have people that are just like, I'm not even doing the whole half day, they're gonna pick up at 12 or 11:30. That's fine. I promise you your kid is still gonna be exhausted because they come off a lot of water breaks and snacks, but they're having so much fun. They're like, can we go back and play? I'm like,
Hey,
let's go. Because I mean at the end of the day, it's you that's gonna be taking that well deserved nap. But
love to hear it.
you can contact me on my social media. It's going to pop up again, and I can send you the links. Or you can, Lambert Island Tennis also has an Instagram page. You can DM us there, or you can email us at lit.co.bda@gmail.com.
All that I love to hear. Audience, don't you worry, Jack. You can just follow Jacky on social media and she'll put you in contact with who you need to be put in contact with, aka herself. But she'll definitely give you all of the information that you need. I wanted to come to this comment from one of our viewers, Janae. Welcome, good morning. It's been a while, yes. We haven't seen you in the comments lately. If you are rejoining us in the comments, if you're listening while you're getting in, just drop us like a little emoji. You don't have to do a full comment sentence because we know a lot of folks watch us as they're getting ready, so they don't have the opportunity to, respond in the comments and do all of that good jazz with us. Now, I'm actually going to take a quick commercial break, Jack, and then we'll come back with what I have going on because, y'all, in case you missed it, we did a take two for today's show. So your girl Terri is just, a little bit slow out of the blocks, but it's okay. We're her now. We're definitely her now. Don't go anywhere, Jack, and I'll be right back after this commercial break.
Same smooth sounds, different name. BCG Radio, home of Bermuda's most engaging morning talk shows, The Daily Hour and Good Day Bermuda. Download the app available for Android and Apple devices. BCG Radio, your station for conversations and entertainment.
Welcome back to Good Day Bermuda, supported by Pizza House and Aliana's Restaurant. I'm Terri Tuku alongside Jacky Lambert. If you're just joining us, we did start our trend report where Jacky shared some information about a tennis camp that she has coming up. If you or someone you know has a child that you're looking to, find some camp for them to do during it's spring break, right? Yes,
Yeah.
it's March, springtime. We just sprung forward. Everyone's always sad about springing forward.
We call it Easter camp because it falls over. It's their Easter break.
Got you. Right. So Easter break camp, if you're looking for something for your child to do and you want them to try something new or they love tennis, make sure you hit up Jacky on her personal social media as well as Lambert Island Tennis. It's Lambert Island Tennis on Instagram, right?
Yes.
I believe. Yeah. So make sure you hit up either her business or herself so that you can find out more information about signing up your kid or maybe your godkid or your nephew, your niece, whatever. Sign them up. Jacky said they'll be tired by the time they get home. And so you'll be fine.
Yes. Or if you want to sign yourself up to get yourself in, I'm just joking. Don't come to the camp. It'll be weird.
But we may have questions. We may want to know what's going on. Now, for myself, because, it's real easy for me to, okay, we probably had Jacky, like we can move on to the next day. We don't have to talk about my thing. So the Hot Peppers, this, I am well involved in the Hamilton Parish community. And this Sunday, we are actually having a skills session. So our senior team are undefeated once again. We played it last night and they won against Boulevard 3-0. And so we're still undefeated. So come out this Sunday to test your skills against our Hot Peppers. We actually have some drills sessions that we have planned for you guys to try to beat them, one bounce, one touch, a few different dribbling activities for you to try to beat them against. We are definitely going to be we're going to have some snacks and stuff for you there. So make sure you come out. All ages are welcome. So there is no age limit. You could be a peewee or you could be a grandparent. Definitely come out and test your skills against our players because they have definitely been showing themselves for the past 2 seasons. Because, last season we didn't get to finish it. And this season we are 2 league games away from ending the season. And I can't wait. I'm not going to lie. I can't wait.
I can't believe it's already been like a whole season. We're actually finishing a season.
I don't think a lot of people understand how important it is for us to actually get through a season with. I think for me, and I think the entire island can look at this and see that we are actually moving beyond the pandemic. Sure, there are a few restrictions that we're still kind of like, all right, is this even necessary anymore? Can we remove some of these things? The admin associated with this is a little bit much. However, I think collectively, we are definitely moving to a place where we can talk about having a skills session and everyone can be excited to come out because they can actually go outside, and there's all the COVID regulations will be in place. So anything from making sure we physically distance ourselves to wearing our masks, making sure we practice proper hand hygiene will be in effect. However, I will say that I think a lot of people are really excited to just do something and have something for themselves and their kids to do outside of just work, school, and home. So I'm really looking forward to it. So make sure you come out this Sunday to Hamilton Parish Workmen's Club. If you don't know where that is, if you are coming from the west, as soon as you pass Crow gas station and you get to the top of Crow Hill, there's a building on the left. Make the right, you'll see an entry and you'll see a yellow emerald building. And there's parking for you. And if you don't find parking, we'll sort you out. Don't worry. And if you're coming from the east, you're going to pass the Seventh-day Adventist Church. You're going to pass a barber shop on the right, and then to the building and the entryway will be on the left. All else fails, call us 293-1455 or hit us up on social media at Hamilton Parish WC on Instagram, or you can email me, secretary@hamiltonparishwc.com, and I will sort you out. Whew, that was a mouthful.
That was good. That was
Thank you. So now, Jack.
Yes.
We want to talk about what is going on around our community. So Jackie and I started this conversation by, letting you guys know what she and I have going on, but we want to know what is going on around your neighborhood. So can you let us know in the comments what is going on in your community? We are getting close to Easter. I feel like a lot of people are doing a lot of things around the Easter holiday. There are some camps coming up, as Jackie mentioned. We actually have I basically sent Jackie a bunch of stuff yesterday to say what is going on around the island of Bermuda. And I'm excited to share it with you all. We're excited to share it with you all, but we want you all to let us know what is going on in and around your community. So while you guys are doing that, Jackie and I are going to talk about the first one that I'm going to pull up because this is the biggest one for the island.
Yeah.
For me, I would say second to the women's football, because Jack and I talked about the women's football yesterday because they are going to be playing at our National Sports Center in April on the 12th. On the 12th of April, they will be talking about they'll be playing against, I forget the name of the, who are they playing against?
No, I've forgotten. Hold on, it's right here.
Jack is going to get it because
my phone's acting up. Okay, got it. Grenada.
Okay, so we're playing against Grenada on the.
I don't know why I wanted to say Diana so badly.
I don't know. I wanted to say that either. That's why I was like, I need to. I need to confirm what tonight. So they're playing on the 12th. That's a week game, so keep that in mind. It isn't like a Friday, which it would be so great if it was a Friday, but unfortunately it's not. I can't bring up what I wanted to bring up, y'all. That's why I'm stalling. So we'll just talk through it. So on the weekend of April 9th, or on April 9th, we are going to be hosting the Bermuda Games Girl Label event. That is going to see 140 athletes from 20 different countries battle for a gold medal. And this is the most elite track and field event that Bermuda has ever had. And I'm not even into track and field, but I'm a little bit excited about this.
I've always loved track and field. I'm not fast. I was decent at like shot put, javelin. I just didn't have the tricep strength, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I just couldn't throw far.
Right.
And I like discus. That was fun. And then don't ever put me in for sprinting ever again. I remember
Not a
we
sprint.
had Barkley and what was Rachel's last name? Our health teacher.
Robinson.
She was one of the captains, I guess, like the teacher captains for Greenhouse at one point. And she was just like, yeah, I'm putting you into sprint. And I'm like, no, I'm a long distance runner and I don't even want to do that. And they put me in for 1,500. I was like, this is so rude and presumptuous. Like,
And what place did you come?
4.
Okay, that's not bad.
Because I walked majority of it, and then my competitiveness kicked in, and I was just like, I can't do this. It's working for me. So I can't be the last to finish, and then I just hit my pace. But
Gotcha.
the last time I did, I don't remember doing sports day after that. I remember they tried to make me do long jump.
The last, she said that's a hard pass.
I am
Hard
so good
pass.
at watching and spectating and supporting and cheering and give me some pom-poms and a good sign. And I'm loud. So I should be in the cheering section. That is my rule when it comes to track and field. But I love watching it. Like watching them, even if they do hurdles, I love watching hurdles. My favorite are the bloopers though.
She said the bloopers.
Love the bloopers. Like when the guy would be like, yes, and then he fell over the first one. I was like, ooh. But no, I love watching them sprint, and my favorite is relay. I get, I'm like, you got it. Oh, she's coming.
That is hilarious. I just want to go back to sharing a little bit more information about the Bermuda Games. So, as you mentioned, it's taking place on April 9th at 3 p.m. It's going down at our National Sports Center, which is right there on Roberts Avenue. If you're not familiar, if you didn't know, you're welcome. And there are a number of different sections, and the prices range from $20 up onto $150. And $150 is the VIP section, which does include food, specialty cocktails, soft drinks, and a parking pass. So if you don't do VIP, it looks like parking. There is a cost for parking. I don't see what the cost for parking is on the website. So I would venture to contact the BTA, or because I believe they're working in partnership with the USTF, which is the US Track and Field, I would assume, association. They don't have association at the end, but I feel like that makes the most sense. So make sure you hit them up, because I do feel like sometimes when people go to these type of events, they think that you can get like free parking, and sometimes it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I feel
so just keep that in mind.
Parking before, like when we go to football games, I feel like if you want to park in the stadium, it was a cost, and I know at one point, I think you had to like pay in advance.
Right, so that they would know.
Yeah.
So I want to come back to a couple of the comments that we had coming in. So when we're talking about the game of Bermuda against who, Jackie did get it right because we looked it up, but Janae also confirmed. She said she'll be there, and it is against Grenada. Speaking of our gym teacher, it was Smith then Robinson. I don't think she was a Smith when I was there.
House teacher, yeah. I can't remember her, but
I only remember her as Robinson. Like I never remembered her as Smith. So
I just
Janae, I'm not
remember
showing your age, but
do everything with a smile, and I'm just like, I love you.
Yeah. Now it looks like Janae ran the 300. She did triple jump, relay, and javelin. So you did like all the things, sis. But did they ever try to force you to do a sprint or race you didn't want to do, or an event you didn't want to do, Janae? Like, because to Jackie's point, sometimes they do ask you, depending on like where our house is, they might just need someone so that they get the points, not necessarily to win.
Yeah.
So
I was just giggling because I actually remember in Sands Middle School, them putting me in for different events. I remember like, my name getting called, and I was just like, well, what am I eating that they're calling me for today? That time that they had me doing high jump. I've never done high jump before in my life. And the mat was still kind of wet because I think I had like drizzled. So I ran, I jumped, and I slid off.
Wow, that'll do it for you.
And I remember being on the ground and being like, this is not how it's supposed to be. I am out. Like, I'm not doing this no more. How I slide off the whole mat. Like, I just went, it was like a slide. I was cool.
And slide right off. And you know what?
Oh
I'm gonna call that a day. Gonna call it a day. Speaking of what other activities folks do, so Jason said he was a boss at the pole vault. Pole vault. Did we have that?
I didn't know we had that in Bermuda.
This one's like I don't remember that at Walker. Like different schools. So maybe Jason, what school you went to?
That's wicked because
I absolutely don't remember seeing that.
I mean, I'm horrible at high jump, but that would have been fun to watch.
Hey, so Karen says she did the 100, 200 long jump, javelin, and relay. So let's talk. Well, those are all sprints, right? Because long jump, you do need it's a short distance for you to like before you actually make your jump. So sounds like she was more of the sprinter, whereas Jacky, you seem like a long distance runner. I know I did the long distance runs as well because I felt like those were the ones where I felt like you stood a chance if you had the breeze. If you had the breeze in you, you stood a chance. If you didn't have breeze, well, you just get a participation ribbon and you're just calling it a day. But
I have a great stride and I have a great tempo, I guess you could say, for when I run. So I was always very good at long distance, but I can't sprint. And I cracked a joke the other day. I was just like, sprinters, if you look at their bodies, like their bum sits better. And I'm just like, that's why they tell me to do hill sprints to like grow my booty because I have a long distance bum. It's on the flatter side and I want a sprinter's bum.
Well, now I know how to grow my bum. I'm gonna do more sprints. I'm not gonna do long distance as much. Thank you for that pro tip. And if you are also looking for a sprinter's bum, you're welcome. Life hack. Coming back to the game that we have coming up on April 12th, it looks like Karen Simmons has reserved her seat. She says she's going to the games. Awesome. I've seen a lot of people talking about that they're going, and I feel like if you do have the opportunity to go, you should absolutely go. Like, I don't feel like there's any reason not to go if you can. Like, I feel like because we're talking about, outside being open, there being things for us to do around the community, I don't see why you wouldn't want to go and have an outing.
I just don't see how it, like this, we complain about there's nothing to do and then there's something to do and you don't go and do it. It'll be weird if people are just like, yeah, I'm not going, and then they complain about how there's nothing to do. I'm gonna be like,
wow, I just told you. And we're actually gonna talk a little bit about what else is going on around our community. So we just shared that the Bermuda Games are happening on April 9th. So if you have your ticket, great. Shout outs to you. If you don't have your ticket, there's still an opportunity for you to get that. And we will share the link with you on social media. The intention was for us to actually share the post with you here live, but Godot Technology is not working with me today. So we're just going to call that a day and let it go. Let's move on to what else is going on in our community. So the St. David's County Cricket Club have a further education award. It is for $2,970, $297 in case you didn't catch that. And it is their applications are being accepted from March 15th to June 15th of this year. So if you or someone you know is looking to further their education, I think this is a really great opportunity for you to get some funds towards that particular goal that you have in mind. And Jacky, I don't know, I know you didn't go away to college like me, like the traditional kind of route, but did you ever apply for any scholarships? Would a scholarship or a further education award been something that could have helped you out when you were going to school?
I've never applied for scholarships. I don't know. I always feel like I just need to work harder and do it myself. Because I feel like there's somebody else that needs it more than me. I always felt like there was somebody else that needed it more than me. So even when it came to needing stuff for tennis, I'd be like, I'm just going to have to make some sacrifices to make it happen. But I'm getting better at it, so,
Well, that's good. And so if you are someone, like we said, if you're someone is looking to do this as well, or looking to further education, make sure you reach out because they don't have much information about like what the criteria is as far as like what type of further education can you be going towards. It doesn't necessarily have it limited to like an academic scholarship or a sports scholarship, or I don't know, looking to do coding or something like that. Like it doesn't say specifically. So I feel like it's really open in that regard. You don't have to necessarily be the traditional professional. Like you can be someone that's looking to maybe get some skills with your hands, become a tradesperson. Like I feel like there's so many opportunities for you to possibly get these funds. The awardee is announced on July 1st. So make sure you put your application in. As we mentioned, it is from March 15th to June 15th that you can apply for this scholarship. And it doesn't say how you apply. So you would have to contact the president of St. David's County Cricket Club, which is Sablé Crockle, on 703-0845. So make sure you contact the St. David's County Cricket Club team on that and try it out. If you are looking to further education, please make sure you do that. Jackie, the next one we're going to talk about, I'm going to let you kind of start to talk about this one. It is the upcoming Good Friday events. So there are a lot of things going on around our community when it comes to Good Friday. So let's talk about this next one.
Okay, let me pull it up. 2 seconds.
Perfect. While Jack is pulling it up, let us know in the comments if there's anything going on around your community. If you are putting anything on that you want us to know about, let us know in the comments, because Jack and I would love to just maybe have a quick conversation about it and let you know our thoughts on it.
Yes. So Good Friday Six-a-side tournament, April 15th. It's a 2 p.m. start. You can register your teams at askgcc.football@gmail.com. Children's teams are free, $60 per adult team. Registration deadline is Friday, April 8th. Medals for winning teams, proceeds in aid of youth programs. And I love stuff like that, where it goes back into the pot to help with their, like, not their own community, but to help with the youth. Because, children are our future.
They absolutely are. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. This being a part of a community club and having to volunteer your time kind of reminds you of why community service is so important. I know when we were coming up, you have to get community service hours, and you just made sure you hit that mark. For the most part, not all of us. Some people actually did genuinely love community service at that age, but I've come to appreciate community service a little bit more than I did when I was younger. And I'm realizing that it's not about the recognition. It's more about passing the baton to the next generation, because if we don't leave them with something, they're not going to have anything to work towards. So I definitely would encourage folks to, if you can, support these upcoming events. This Good Friday event that's coming in at St. George's Cricket Club. If you don't know where St. George's Cricket Club is, it's Wellington Slip Road. It's right behind this traffic situation that's going on right by the playground.
Cup match. You know what's amazing? I am so used to going St. David's for Good Friday, because they have the go-kart race and the kite flying. They always have their Good Friday event, but I don't remember anything being for St. George's. Maybe I always missed it. But to know that this is, if it's the first time or if it's the 5th time, I like it. I can't wait to hop around on Good Friday and see all the festivities.
Me as well. Like, I'm really excited to be outside and get back to a sense of community, and to see, like you said, to know that there's different events that you can kind of go to. Is very excited. I didn't see anything just yet about St. David's Good Friday event, which, like you said, is definitely one of the ones that folks know about. So we'll definitely do another community check-in, and we'll bring that information to you when we see it. And if there is anything going on in your community, let us know in the comments, because Jack and I would love to talk about it. And to wrap up what we know is going on around the community, we're going to be talking about, we've had 2 folks from this organization on our show. They've also been featured on the Daily Hour. And so let's just talk about the fact that the Bermuda Football Association are having a tournament. I'm writing it, as you can see, as I looked on. They're having their youth and children's league tournaments coming up over the next 3 to 4 weeks, I want to say. So the first set kicks off this weekend, this Saturday, for their U7. They have 2 divisions, 7B and 7A, 7B, 7B, 7A. And it's actually going to be happening at the National Sports Center as well as Police Field. And it's like 3 matches in the morning, and then depending on how you do in the morning sets, you will be able to play in the afternoon sets. More details are actually coming out about that. But we definitely know that. So the first one, like I said, is this Saturday, March 26th. The U9, the under 9 tournament is happening April 2nd. And then there's a follow-up U9 tournament. Like there's 2 divisions for the U9 as well, or 3, I want to say. And the U11 under 11 tournament will be taking place on April 16th. Now, excuse me. What I find interesting, you know how we talked about how the women's sport didn't really get much marketing, and that's like a big thing for women in the community. I find it very striking that I hadn't really seen too much youth football promotions this year. Granted, we did have a roller coaster when it came to them actually having games, but I definitely hope that going into the next season, we see a little bit more promotion for our youth games, because those are the type of family-friendly events that people should be going out to, other than just the parents supporting their children. Because usually that's who make up the youth game spectatorship. It's usually the parents. So definitely want to encourage folks to come out to support these games, whether you know someone, especially if you're a member of a community club and they have a team, or if you're just a supporter of, a senior team that has a youth team. Definitely make sure you find your way to these youth games to support, because I do feel like the young kids do appreciate when they see people other than their parents at their matches. Are you planning on getting, Jack? I know you do tennis and stuff on Saturdays, but if you can't get out.
I do go when I can. So sometimes if I have a gap, I try to go over to the netball, or I go back to village if all the kids are there, and I'll just slip over and I'll watch a little bit and, speak to all the kiddies. But if I'm going to try and make it, because I haven't been able to make my god babies football games. So I try to, I'm trying to work and do it all, but I got videos sent to me at least.
Wow, you're there in spirit. Thank you. You're there in spirit.
They know I'm talking. I'm like, what's the score?
Now, I want to come back to some comments. I want to go back to, when we're talking about our track and field experiences. Janae says, I was up for everything, but I did pull out of the 1500 because it was at nationals, and that track is a different beast from the school field.
Yeah.
Ooh, talk about it. It's like regulation. It's real.
Yep, that's where ours was. And I was just like, I felt extra watched. Like I'm literally a fish in a bill right now.
Literally. And so coming back to the compliment, Jackie, Karen Smith says, thank you for the compliment on her bum. Jackie, when we're talking about how you get a sprinter's butt versus a long distance runner's bum. And I want to wrap it up with this comment before we take our last commercial break, Jack.
Usually go to Bayless Bay Cricket Club for their Good Friday community events, football games, children's games, kite flying. Hopefully it's going on. I hope so too. I like a little Bayless Bay too.
So yes, it is. I actually spoke to their events committee chair yesterday in preparation for today's show to kind of see if it was still going on, to see if they had their flyer. And they did say it is going on. They're just working on finalizing a few details, and they'll have that information out there. So yes, if you're in the Bayless Bay area, if you're from Hamilton Parish, Kroll, definitely make your way to Bayless Bay for Good Friday as well. Or on your way down to St. George's or St. David's, make sure you stop by Bayless Bay to see what they have going on this year. And Jackie, I don't know about you, but I feel like we have well informed the audience of what is actually going on around the island of Bermuda. So if you're looking for something to do, there's plenty for you to do over the next couple of weeks, all family oriented. So if you are looking for those type of activities, we hope to see you at one of these events. I will absolutely be at not only my skills session for Hamilton Parish on Sunday, but I will also be at the U7 tournament because we have a team and I'm hoping that they make it through. So I will see, hopefully, a lot of you there. And if not, do make sure you let us know next week what it is you got into over the weekend. So Jack, looking at the time, I think it's a good time for us to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back with our trivia time. And yes, we do have a question despite the take 2 and the morning that we have had. Yes, I was still ready. Jackie, I'll be right back.
Same smooth sounds, different name. BCG Radio, home of Bermuda's most engaging morning talk shows, The Daily Hour and Good Day Bermuda. Download the app, available for Android and Apple devices. BCG Radio, your station for conversations and entertainment.
Welcome back to Good Day Bermuda, supported by Pizza House and Aliana's Restaurant. I'm Terry Tuku alongside Jackie Lambert. If you're just joining us, we did a community check-in to let you know what is going on around the island of Bermuda. In our community, there's a lot of things going on, so make sure wherever you can, whenever you can, that you go out and support. And just before we get into our Feel Good Bible of the Day, Jack, I just want to bring this comment from Jason Shirley. He says, whale watching tours with him. So
I'm going to hit you up because I need to go.
I definitely think that is something that we should be looking into because I've never done whale watching and I would be really interested to do that. So
yeah. I have a group already in my head that said yes last year, but then the pandemic hit us again, so we couldn't go. So I'll be in touch.
Perfect. I'm on the list, so perfect. Now, it's time for our Feel Good Vibe of the Day. If this is the first time you are joining us for Trivia Time with Terry, I have 3 trivia questions that I'm going to ask you. If you get the answer right before Jackie, make sure you email us at the email address that is coming across your screen for a chance to enter into our 1-year anniversary giveaway. We have some events that we are planning and we would love for you to join us. So in order to join us or to be entered into the opportunity, for an opportunity to join us, make sure you try to get these trivia questions right. Now, we're in the decade 2000s, in case you didn't know. We're going to start this one off easy, real easy. Who sang Holla Back Girl?
Ain't no holla back girl. It's
She sang it. I thought she sang because she knew it. Yes.
Yeah.
I thought she sang it because she knew it.
Around that track, it's not gonna happen like that because it ain't no holla back girl.
Hey.
Ain't no holla back girl.
Hey. Next one. Who plays the title character on the teen sitcom Lizzie McGuire?
What is her name?
Who plays the title character on the teen sitcom Lizzie McGuire?
It's right. I'm like looking at her face. Nobody else type yet. It's not.
I'm not helping her. She sounds like Sherry on the Daily Hour. You're not helping. This music doesn't help. One more time. Who plays the title character on the teen sitcom Lizzie McGuire? No, it is not Demi Lovato. Yes, Tara, it is Hilary Duff. Well done, Tara. Make sure you email us at engage@gooddaybermuda.com for an opportunity to be entered into our 1-year anniversary giveaway activities. And this last one is really interesting, but we're going to see how this goes for yourself and the audience. What Dan Brown mystery novel published in 2003 sold over 80 million copies? 80 million copies.
I don't even know.
What Dan Brown mystery novel published in 2003 sold over 80 million copies. There was a movie that was
Clue? No.
Some kind of on that line. Some no mystery. Track got it. Karen Simmons and Rosalind Famous got it. Yep, the Da Vinci Code is the correct answer.
And I read the book and I watched the movies.
Wow, you didn't know that fun fact about it. So I hope you did learn something new about the
I didn't remember
Stefani, Hilary Duff, and the Da Vinci Code. So make sure you, Karen Simmons and Rosalind Famous, make sure you email us to enter for an opportunity, to join Jackie and I at our upcoming 1-year anniversary activities that we have going on. As always, we hope that our Feel Good Vibe of the day and our lovely start to this episode has you ready to make it a great day. Thank you so much for watching and engaging with this episode of Good Day Bermuda, supported by Pizza House and Aliana's Restaurant. I'm Terry Tuku alongside Jackie Lambert. We trust we'll see you next week because Jackie and I are not live on Fridays and we're also not live on Monday. So we'll see you next week, Tuesday, for more Feel Good conversations. On to the next episode. Peace and have a good day, Bermuda.